What up, y'all? Welcome to another episode.
Give me the bridge now. I feel like busting loose. Busting loose. Give me the bridge now. I feel like busting loose. Busting loose now.
There's only because in boxing, one punch can change it, no matter who you are, no matter how good you are.
I love her because she from the hood though. From the hood though. She like really from the hood.
Loose make you feel fine. Talking about busting loose.
That's not said Nate will never live that down. No, he won't. But it's not about it's about how he gets up.
They doing that. They doing that Wakanda scene when they was just
It's about your heart because you can get knocked down so many times and people can make fun of you, but it's about their resilience.
Hey, what's going on,
everybody?
Happy Thursday, baby. It's Ringside. We here. We lit.
We in the building. We in the building, baby. You already know what's going on, Ray. How you doing, man?
Man, it is beautiful. Another Thursday. I'm excited about being here. A lot to talk about. See, I knew Kev was going to come in here early because he got something to talk about. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We will address that.
Man,
but,
he didn't waste no time.
I'm feeling good. I know. He popping in right on time.
He was like, whoop. Man, that's good. Yeah, we popping in right on time. Hey, what's up going on, everybody? Welcome to Ringside with Ray and Prince, where we're here to educate you, empower you, and entertain you. Today, we got some special topics, man. A lot of things is happening. Kevin said that he popping his collar, and ever since he can't remember, he been popping his collar. Look, everybody, if you're on here, make sure that you share this link with everybody. So go subscribe to Ringside with Ray and Prince. Grow with us, right? Don't help us grow our following, just grow with us because we are doing some incredible things. And so we are not only going to be on the virtual scene, but we're going to be in Miami soon, and we're going to be having interviews there. So it's going to be live.
Yeah, we're going to be poolside, ringside at Art Basel. You know that's how we doing it. We're going to be live with all kinds of celebrity guests. And fresh to death in Miami.
In Miami.
So if you're in Miami, you want to come past and holler at us Saturday at the pool party at the Kempton Surf Coma. From like 12 to 4, Prince and I will be there.
No, I got a couple more push-ups I need to do. Get ready for it.
Yeah. I've been in here. I'm out here drinking all the water, just trying to flush it out.
I got my cold pressed pineapple stuff juice.
There you go, juice it down.
Juice it down, man. Somebody said, "Hell to the Washington team." What's
going on?
Man,
they own me. They own me. All right,
on you today.
Tyreek gave the peace sign. See, we should have said what's up, Tyreek, first, man.
Right, exactly. Tyreek said Friday Eve, man.
Yeah. He gave us some love before we get to all that Commander stuff or that Washington team, whatever. Woo, man! I know they gonna be on me today. I get it. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it.
We're ready for it, man. Well, we got a lot of topics to talk about today. We're going to talk about what's going on, how this FTX is affecting some of these superstars, some of these NBA players, football players, and so forth. Also, we're going to be talking about the UFC fight. Our guy Idris, not Idris, I say Idris. What's his name?
Israel Adesanya.
Israel Adesanya. The style bender, and he had some other stuff that followed the fight afterwards, man. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about what other topics we're gonna talk about our picks this week. We're gonna talk about the NFL upsets. We're gonna talk about the World Cup kickoff. It's kicking off in about 3 days.
World Cup down. It's going down.
Oh man, we're gonna definitely give our condolences to the students at UVA, man. Nobody knows what happened with that. That's a sad situation, man, and it's hurtful to even see that something like that could possibly happen because we all went to college and to see something like that happen, it's very sad, man. So definitely gonna give our condolences to them and their family members, man. Greetings, Prince. Greetings, Ray. 2 great men. Mo. We appreciate you, Mo. Yeah, Mo over here, man. Bravo. We got Steph Curry. He just made history. He tied for the most 50 points in the basketball career. So if he has another 50-point game, he will surpass Allen Iverson and be the all-time 50-point scorer game, or having a 50-point game. So he's at 11, and if he has another 50-point game, he will be number one with 12 50-point games, and he's still in his prime of his career. Ray said he want to talk about the Lakers crash. Lakers crash.
Yeah, Lakers. The Lakers, them dudes off the rails.
No, man. I know the Lakers did sniff. Man, come on, man. Look, I tell you, it's Perelinko or whatever his name is, Rob Perelinko.
Rob Perelinka.
Yeah, whatever his name is. He sounds like one of those games from The Price is Right where you put the little and then go all the way down. Sound like Pelinka.
Yeah. I think he's picking with his eyes closed when he grabs people.
Look, we got a Canelo and Bilal rematch. Why? I don't understand. But hey, well, you know, Canelo
he won another chance. He won another chance. He went up to light heavyweight and got dealt with. Now he think he on point now. We'll see.
Well, yeah, we gonna see. Yeah,
we gonna see.
You know, I hope I have to always mention this. Brett Favre, what's going on? What's going on? I know we're gonna keep on mentioning it until somebody says something about it. Somebody got to tell us something about what's going on with Brett Favre. You cannot have Brett Favre and Deion Sanders in the same state, and one of them is doing some holy matrimony work, and the other one is stealing from the people. All right, so we're gonna talk about that. But
they don't want to talk about that though. They don't want to have that conversation. But
they don't want to have that conversation. And then the last thing, I do have some insight because you know, I grew up in Mississippi, and so they said that Brett is not going to go to jail. He's not. He's not going to be reprimanded. Nothing is going to happen to him. He's protected. You know, so it is what it is, man. I'm laughing at one of the comments. Somebody said, "Any, meeny, miny, mo for Pelinka." That's how you picking the people. The Lakers roster. It's just like anything, mini, money, mo. Catch a tiger by his toe. And you are not it. All right, we're gonna go with you.
you got some shoes in your shorts. Come on, play.
No. Hey, what you got in your bag? All right. No. Oh, Sebastian, come on, guy, come on. You think you're good for the Lakers? You know,
but he's doing better than the FTX CEO.
Ooh, out said it.
He's doing way better than him. I mean, if y'all don't know what FTX is, it was a cryptocurrency exchange, and it's based out of the Bahamas. Based out of Bahamas, and they're incorporated in Antigua and Bermuda.
Wow.
So, but they're headquartered in Bahamas. So, I mean, they got nice little headquarters, but they are filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. You know, they weren't around for a long time, but they raised a ton of money.
About
$30
billion.
Yeah. I mean, they started out with the initial raise of about $150 million and raised another $900 million. Then a $200 billion venture fund in their Series C was at $32 billion valuation. So yeah, they raised a ton of money, and they had a bunch of superstars, I guess, involved in promoting it. So you know, from who we have, Shaq, you had Tom and Giselle. Tom and Giselle Brady.
Tom and Giselle. They had Naomi Osaka, Steph Curry. I mean, the list goes on. It's just a number of superstars that were involved. And so now they have a class action lawsuit. I think it's a class. Well, they're being sued for $11 billion for this debacle. And, you know, everyone is just losing their wits over this. I mean, I don't blame them, because if I would have lost my money, I would have been like, what's going on? But there is a conspiracy, and I'll share that with you in just a little bit. But go ahead, Ray. Keep on talking about this FTX stuff that's going on.
Well, I mean, they're suing everybody, and I was supposed to actually speak at FTX at a conference in the Bahamas. Well, I think it was last year when I was just learning about it. I didn't know a whole bunch about the company, but I mean, it was a quick rise, and the guy who was the founder, Sam Bankman-Fried. Like he doesn't look like a guy that would be raising this type of money or pulling this type of thing in. But apparently he's an evil genius with dealing with the currency and crypto. So, he apparently they were spending a lot of money, making a lot of mistakes, and things got pretty bad pretty quickly. So,
well, I mean, look, when you have that much money, you're almost thinking like, hey, what can go wrong, right? So, like, I get it. I mean, the companies in the Bahamas, they were able to pocket all the money. It's not in the U.S., so it's not being taxed, right? So, I mean, I understand their setup, and it's also crypto, but I'll share my conspiracy with you in just a bit. But I do want to share some of the other names that are involved to let other people know. Naomi Osaka, Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback for the Jaguars, Larry David, wow, the actor,
wow. Yeah, my man, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Wow, yep.
That's my show. He wrote Seinfeld. Yeah,
yep,
Larry David,
exactly. Larry David. They have Shohei Ohtani. I don't know who that is. And Shaquille O'Neal.
That's the baseball. That's the baseball kid. Ohtani was the baseball phenom. And
okay.
And then you even had Mr. Wonderful involved. Kevin O'Leary.
Kevin O'Leary, he is definitely involved, as well. So yeah, so they said about 11 people, and others are being sued in an $11 billion lawsuit for the FTX debacle. That is crazy, man. So what they're saying is Shaquille O'Neal and a few others of the names, including on the filing, that alleges that the FTX and the former CEO violated Florida law by misleading customers. The lawsuit claims these individuals, among others, either controlled, promoted, assisted in, and actively participated in the alleged scheme where they aggressively marketed FTX. And so now that everybody has lost their money, didn't buy a cold wallet and put the crypto on a cold wallet, because if it ain't your asset, I mean, if it's not your keys, it's not your asset. And so when FTX, the company, they filed bankruptcy, now all of the assets that were accrued by all of their clients, it goes with the company. It's insolvent, so it goes with the company. And then you know what happens with those assets? Those assets go to the government.
It gets redistributed to the government.
To the government. And what the government gonna do? They're gonna turn around and they're gonna resell that stuff to the same people that have lost all their money. And they're gonna say, hey, you see, we're here to protect you in this crypto market. Hey man, it's a game, baby. I already know. Look,
hey, Cam said they should have consulted with Ja Rule first.
But what I mean with our baby,
they all got the break, man. They all got the Fire Festival going on.
Oh man, I mean, to everybody out there that has lost their money in this FTX, it is not a funny thing, because I already know that you put your investment in it. But what I do want to say is, life is not over. Just be mindful of what you need to do. If you go and buy some more crypto, buy it and put it on a cold wallet, because that's what's going to protect you. Don't expect for the government to protect you for anything. This is all a plan. This is all a plan and a conspiracy as well. But hey, get you this book right here, The Changing World Order by Ray Dalio, and it'll explain to you what's going on, and just like exactly what the government is doing. I mean, they just took everybody's money. I mean, I'm sorry, not everybody's money. They took everybody's assets. Hey, but I'm just saying. All right, so this is a sports talk show.
Well, hey, there's always a conversation of that, though, because you have so many people in the crypto space, and crypto was pushing the dollar out. That was the kind of the future of it. So there is a big, strong powers that be. I'm not going to go into all that, but there is something to that conspiracy theory on there.
And then what happened to the Miami Heat stadium or arena, not stadium, the Miami Heat stadium? So the FTX had bought the naming rights for that, and so now that they went bankrupt, guess what? They had to remove the naming rights. So So the Miami
they can't pay that $10 million again. they can't pay that. So there was a funny meme. One of the porn sites said they wanted to be the name of Miami Heat.
Yeah,
like Bang Brothers or something. I'm like, man, y'all doing the most. It's too much.
The most. Hey man, but guess what? If the arena did not have any money, I'm pretty sure they'd probably take that too. And it would have been bad. It would have been bad. The Bang Brothers Sports Arena. Like, what is going on? Look, man. Look, this stuff is getting out of control, man. And we gotta do something to make it make sense.
Lemon Pepper Arena.
Lemon Pepper Arena in Miami. That sounds like an ideal place to have it. Anyway, man. Horrible. That's what I have to say. Just horrible. Look, man. So we have next, man. What we talking about next?
Speaking of horrible, our homie Israel Adesanya decided to go in there and fight Pereira, the guy that he's lost to before, the only person that he had really lost to that knocked him out, and got back in the ring, and they were having a MMA fight. Everything was going really well for Izzy. He was controlling the fight. He was beating dude down. But like I always say, in boxing, in sports, in any combat sport, one punch can change the whole game.
Oh,
and fifth round, Izzy just gets caught with a couple of shots, and he's standing looking like that little air thing they have at the car dealerships to be like this. And that was it.
He was a real airbender.
yeah. He got clobbered, man. It's sad that the dude that he was controlling. He was winning the whole fight, easy. And then there you go.
That's all that it takes. That's all that it takes, man. A little hit to the noggin, boom. Now your equilibrium is off, man, and it's a different fight. But I think the refs should not have stopped the fight. I think they should have.
You thought it was early?
I thought it was too early. I mean, he was still there. You got to give a fighter a chance to come back. Like that's it, man. Like even because if he's still on his feet, then you got to give him a chance to gain his equilibrium back, especially in UFC. But if he's on the ground with his hands up and his eyes closed and his head looking this way, like you got to take him out. If he's looking like Tua Tagovailoa, like you got to get him out of the game. Like that's when you stop the fight, But not
Juju looked like that too on Thursday night.
Juju Smith.
Sunday night.
Goodness.
Yeah, he got hit. And just stuff just locked up on him.
Yeah, man, that's the worst. Oof, that's the worst. There's nothing that you can do about it because your brain is saying we are shutting down right now. So whatever you're trying to do, stop it. So,
but I've seen him in the UFC give more of a chance than they did give him. I've seen people be knocked out on their feet and to get hit again and get knocked back into the fight.
Until consciousness, right? Like, and Reggie Cole. Like I've seen that as well. So I don't know why they stopped the fight so early. So maybe it could be a conspiracy.
Fight of safety, but because apparently, what up, Inja in the house?
Inja, what's going on, man? Apparently, what happened?
Apparently, Israel said, if I get caught with the fighting this dude again, then I'm gonna take things into my own hands and have some weapons. So after he gets arrested for possessing brass knuckles at the JFK airport.
Man, what the heck? I'm reading it right now. What is going on? He was arrested for possessing brass knuckles at JFK airport. Man,
I mean, I don't know what he thinking that he can just walk through the airport with some brass knuckles.
I mean, I didn't think that it was illegal. Okay, I just pulled it up. It says Tim Simpson, his manager, tells TMZ Sports that Israel was handed a gift by a fan, which he put into his luggage. When flagged at the airport, Israel quickly disposed of the item and cooperated with authorities. He has complied with authorities, and he has complied accordingly. With that matter was dismissed, and he is on his way home. But he was arrested. Go ahead.
Why would they lock the man up for if he had the brass knuckles and threw him away? First of all, if a fan just give you something, you don't just throw it in your bag. You have no idea what the hell's in there. So I don't buy that one at all. I'm not buying that shit. Oh no, that's not. No, yeah, a fan gonna give you something. I'll just put it in my luggage. It might be all the weed, it might be all the cocaine, whatever it is, man. So I'm like, that doesn't make any sense that he said a fan just gave it to him, he threw it in his bag.
That doesn't at all, man.
Yeah, you don't open it up. So maybe he was still dazed from the fight and didn't know.
Oh man!
But it's crazy that they would arrest him for that, though.
I know that's really extreme. That's really extreme. You know, like they say he was arrested Wednesday afternoon for criminal possession of a weapon at JFK, right? And after UFC superstar was allegedly busted while going through security with metal knuckles, the arrest was made by the Port Arthur Police Department near the TSA screening area. All right, brass knuckles are illegal. It's a Class A misdemeanor in the state of New York. It's also illegal to carry them on your person, or in your carry-on bag. It's unclear where the alleged brass knuckles were stored. And
wow.
It's unclear if cops will issue him a desk appearance ticket.
He lives in New Zealand.
He lives, of course, yeah.
That'd be a long trip to come back to stand in court for some brass knuckles, man.
No, that's a like an 11-hour flight, man. Yeah, man.
So hold on. So if we went back to the old school hip hop style and I had my 2-finger ring on, I can't walk through the airport with my 2-finger ring on?
I think you're gonna get arrested, Ray. You better watch out. Hey, but just make sure nobody, a fan of yours, didn't give it to you. What is going on, man?
Man.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Well, I know they gave Floyd Mayweather some more free money over in Dubai. He fought that YouTube dude, DG or something like that.
Yeah, I know, right? So did he win?
Yeah, he only had 6 rounds. He took dude out, man. But he's just over there just quietly making money, and ain't nobody even talking about the fight because he's like, okay, he just smacking these exhibitions around, but he getting $10 million a show to fight nobody.
What? Wow, man. Look, how you still getting paid that much money like year after year after year after year?
He's smart. He went overseas. He went overseas and just did his thing. Did his thing. He's over there. I mean, there's a big major boxing audience over there that doesn't get to see the big fights from American stars. So hey,
he giving them what they want.
He did get tagged. He got tagged. He got a black eye. And so, but he was on with Clarissa Shields afterwards. He said, "Yeah, they said you got touched. You got a black eye." He's like, "Yeah, I got a big bag though."
Hey, tell him how it is, Floyd. Like, yeah. I got touched. Everybody gonna get touched every once in a while, but I got that money.
Yeah. But I mean, eventually somebody gonna tap him. I mean, he getting older and older. Somebody gonna touch him, and your body just don't react the same.
It does not respond. You looking over here when they got another punch coming this way. You're like, here it comes. Too late.
Yeah. So we shall see. We shall see. Yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh, Kev said glad that I'm glad he brought that up. Glad that Israel Adesanya wasn't in Russia with his brass knuckles.
Oh man,
because of what they're doing to Brittany Griner. I got to keep bringing it up, talking about Brittany, man.
Let's talk about Brittany, man.
They doing her dirty, man. They doing her dirty. They moved her over to the penal colony, and she's basically doing hard labor. Her attorney said that they haven't talked to her in 2 weeks, and so they don't know whether she's missing or what. So, I just had to bring that up. We got to keep Brittany in our thoughts and prayers, and having a conversation about what's going on out there over her, so she doesn't get lost in the sauce.
Man, let me just reiterate this for everybody. I just want you to empathize with this situation that she's in. She went from being an all-star basketball player in the U.S. and also an international star basketball player in Russia as well, to now she's serving time, 9 years, and for something that was very small, just a fraction of THC or marijuana. And then on top of that, now she's in what would be considered as a camp or a prison right now, and the crime doesn't. What they say, the crime doesn't fit the time.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, so it doesn't. So I don't. I understand what they're doing in Russia because they have their own rules, and plus they're in the middle of World War III. But man, this is just horrible how people are using human beings as pawns to gain leverage on whatever that they're trying to gain leverage on, right? So our prayers, not only do our prayers, but our energy and we need to concentrate our energy and focus, and through mindfulness and meditation. Just keep sending her good energy, good karma, good everything, so that way she can just get out of her situation. Man, I was watching. My wife had put Stranger Things on, and the guy in Stranger Things, he was in Russia. He was, they locked him up in Russia. He had to do a lot of stuff. Killed some people and did, and I'm not advocating any violence. And let me get my Stephen A. Smith on right now. I'm not advocating any violence, but what I'm saying is, we need to do something to get Brittany out from there, man, because this is going on too long and it's a lot, and it just seems like America's like, oh, we got our hands full, so. We'll see, man.
Yeah, we'll see. It's cold over there in Russia, but it's going to be hot over in Qatar, where the World Cup is taking place. So I mean, we had to bring up the Soccer World Cup because it's the biggest sport in the world. A lot of people don't ever talk about it here in the States, but it's the biggest sport in the world. And I love watching the World Cup, man. And it's the first time, and one of the first times that it's actually going to be in friggin' in the wintertime. And the reason why it's in the wintertime is because they say it's fried egg hot in Qatar in June and July when it's normally time. And this is the first stadiums where they actually have air conditioning in the stadiums. It's normally played outside. The big massive stadiums, massive soccer or football stadiums. Yeah, and they got air conditioning just pushing out of the walls that you can walk up and stand your butt in and cool your butt off a little bit.
What? This is all new. This is all new.
It's all new stuff.
They spending money over there. I heard that it's lavish. It's nice. It's going to be really is well put together, and people can have a good time, but they're not able to drink. They're not able to do any drugs, and if so, they're going to get arrested. Hey, whatever you do, you better eat your eddies or your mushrooms or whatever you're consuming, your psychedelics, before you get there, because
don't be messing around. Yeah, don't be messing around. Yeah, if they do what most of them do, when I was over there, speaking a couple years ago, like they'll go to Qatar and then they'll hop over on a quick little plane over to Bahrain where you can have a little fun and party. but Qatar said, no, we're not giving you no substances, no stuff, no beer, none of that stuff is going to be over here.
Yeah, so you're going to enjoy this game sober.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we're going to see somebody have some problems.
Oh, yeah. People are just not in compliant. But then once the hammer and the wrath of the good old mighty come down on them, then they'll be like, that they will share with other people. Don't do this when you're in Qatar.
Yeah. So the top few teams to look at is Brazil is kind of the favorite. France, England, of course, Argentina with Lionel Messi. You got Cristiano Ronaldo over there doing his thing, messing around with all the girls. You got Germany in the top, and in the U.S. is around here somewhere down at the bottom. We're not expected to have a big showing, but we'll see. We'll see how we do.
Right.
So pay attention. What's that on the 20th? November 20th is when it kicks off.
Yep,
so
November 20th. Stay tuned. Wake up in the morning, watch the games, enjoy yourself, get something to eat. Because next week is Thanksgiving week, man. What, man? Shout out to everybody that's gonna have a good Thanksgiving, man.
Yeah. Tuesday is my birthday, November 22nd.
November. Boy, you a Sagittarius?
I'm a Scorpitarius. I'm the funky rhyme blender, born 22nd of November.
Hey man, let's give a good early shout out to Ray, man, for his birthday, man. That's gonna be awesome. So Ray is a Scorpitarius. I'm a Capricorn.
Sagicorn.
Sagicorn. There you go. I'm a Sagicorn. So I didn't know we was both born on the cusp. So
yeah, man.
That's what's it. That's what's it, man. Hey, Cam said happy birthday, man.
Appreciate it.
And be less. He said happy birthday, Ray, as well, man. Be less. He got some words in here. He said everybody died. Everybody
gets shot every day. It's cold. Ain't no love, man.
No love, man. Happy early birthday. Tom Master said, hey, yeah, man. So yeah, we're showing Ray some love, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. So man, I am looking forward to the World Cup. It's going to be really good this year, and I'm going to tune in. So hope everybody else get an opportunity to tune in as well.
Yeah, if you do find yourself, like a lot of times you go to one of them Irish pubs and they have it on and they wild in there, either Irish pub or like one of the Mexican restaurants that they'll have it on like 5 o'clock in the morning. They be live.
Be live. You want your margarita? Like, what? It's a bit early, but just go ahead and pour me one.
give me one.
Next thing you know, you got one turning to 10, and you over there singing the song. Singing songs in Spanish. Like I didn't even know I knew Spanish, man. Where this come from? Oh man. So speaking of not knowing Spanish or just not knowing anything, man. We'll take a moment real quick. We're gonna shift the gear into a slower gear, or shift the speed into a slower gear. Excuse me. By speaking about the kids in West Virginia, the UVA stuff. I mean, not West Virginia, but University of Virginia. Yeah. Man, that's horrible. As a parent, that has kids, man, like that's devastating to know something happened to your kids when you've especially as an African American, or let me just go ahead and say a Black parent, you've finally been able to get your kid past the age of where you're not concerned about them in terms of running into, the things that young Black males run into in America. And for this to happen, this tragedy to happen, man, my heart goes out to the families. Sorry that this happened. This is something that needs to be studied and analyzed, and not fingers being pointed. It needs to be understood, like what happened. Like, does anybody have any more details? Right? Because we talk about it, but what are the details? I haven't seen any details. Have you, Ray?
Yeah, I've seen some, and this goes into a bigger travesty of when you're talking about sending your kids to a safe space. You're sending your kids to school, and you're having issues of worrying about their safety from a gun violence standpoint, or violence from the teachers, or whatever is happening. That's supposed to be a safe space. They're going to learn, especially if they made it past. They graduated. They're in college. They're playing ball in college. They're living the dream, for a lot of kids that have it, because, from high school sports to go and play at that level, that's like 1% to get, and that goes to any level of college to play ball. Right. So they were in the elite space. The kid that actually shot them was a former football player. Oh, and, his dad was on. I was watching the interview. His dad was talking about he didn't really have a great relationship with him. But he knew he was struggling with some things, and he think it was a situation of him being picked on, and he just wanted to air his grievances out. We got to wait to hear from him. He's been arrested, so wait to hear from what his side was. But for him to just be randomly shooting into a bus of young athletes that had just gotten back from Washington D.C. on a field trip. So I mean, they were traveling in the bus and got shot in the bus. So 3 of them are dead. Another kid is in critical condition, and then one is a stable condition. So it's a sad time. There's also the murders up in Idaho, up there too. 4 people were killed. 4 students were killed up there. So man, it's just I get nervous to turn on the news. My son's in college, and so I worry about his safety, man, and that you have to think about that. So I didn't really think we had to worry about that, but it's a new world.
It's a new world, man, and you got to educate your kids, man. I mean, it's happening. Like, and when you put on the Jeffrey Dahmer series on Netflix, you're perpetuating the whole cycle of kids thinking it's cool to pull out guns and start to shoot people or kill people. Like that's not where it's at, and I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that, man.
But it just says time for stricter gun control. I think that, but there's also a desensitization to violence because people are seeing it so much more and quicker on these social media apps and not having the conversations as well about, as much as we do. We have a lot of conversations about mental health and about taking care of your mental health.
Yeah.
But yeah, those things, man, it definitely needs to be addressed. So.
It does, man. It does, and again, I know Inja had made a comment. He said it's time for stricter gun control. Yeah, but you just have to understand what America was built upon. America was built upon guns, germs, and steel, and so when it comes to gun control, I don't see too much of a controlling environment happen. In terms of guns, people like to have their rights to bear arms. So it's going to be a lot of pushback, because people don't want anything to be taken away from them. Look, people did not want to wear their mask because they felt like their right was being taken away to breathe air. Like, I'm not wearing this mask. And so they wanted to, it was an uproar just to take your mask off. So it's going to be more of an uproar just for them to, put guns away. So we just pray for the best, but the thing that you can do and can't control is you and how you teach your kids on what to do, how to manage themselves. It's a lot, but this is today's day and age, and so you just have to be mindful of, if you don't teach your kids something, the internet will. So keep that in mind. So you would rather beat the internet to teach your kids something than you would rather beat the internet to help mold your kid's mind, because when the internet does it, it just takes it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, and Tom has to bring up a good point talking about, we need to enforce the gun laws already in the books in the United States of America. Two sets of laws and justice systems, because it wouldn't be no fun if games would change if the rabbit had the gun. So when you see it on another space, if different groups were doing the same kind of thing and bearing arms in the same way, walking up to the Capitol, walking up to different places, then the conversation would change really quickly. So that's just my opinion. That's my opinion.
Insurrection.
But no, sometimes people can do things and not get in trouble. Brett Favre.
Ooh, hey! Did it echo? Far. Yeah. I mean, it's clear as day. You see what's going on. The stuff that they did, the stuff how they attacking Nancy Pelosi. Look, if that was somebody of a different race, the hammer would have came down. You would have thought that they did something that was bad, very, very bad. But it's not. Donald Trump is running for president again. They just made that announcement, boy. Look, it's up. The world is just it's going kind of crazy right now, and people feel like they can do pretty much anything, especially when you on the news it says that the former president has committed a crime, but yet you're not doing anything about it. So since you're not doing anything about it, anyone that looks like the former president or feels like they favor him in whatever regards, then they're going to feel this exact same way, because this younger generation is constantly playing GTA, Grand Theft Auto. And after you play a game long enough, you have the desire to live out this stuff, So, man, I don't think we're mindful of what we are feeding our children. And you have to be mindful of what you're feeding your children physically, mentally, and spiritually. So It goes deeper than that, man, and it's bigger than us. So we just need to be mindful of the things that we are, that we're feeding our children. So and feeding ourselves.
Yeah. So
I had to throw that in there.
Brett Favre.
Yeah. Let's go back to Brett.
so it goes even deeper. They're asking to throw his pharma text out because they just want to deal with the welfare situation, not knowing that two of the companies that he was involved in, that he had major investments in, had NFL connections, and they were needed money to get their concussion drugs, additional money to get their concussion drugs passed. So they pressing different investors to get the drugs into the market. And now the founder is saying he didn't know that the money that Brett Favre was giving him was welfare money. So these two companies that Brett Favre not just using the money for to buy a daggone court. So two Florida-based companies. This is according to ESPN. Previcus and Pressall MD are alleged to have received more than $2.1 million in Mississippi funds earmarked for welfare families, according to the civil lawsuit. The guy said he had no idea where it came from. He's understanding that it was from the research. Brett Favre declined to comment, and they're trying to get it thrown out.
They're trying to get it thrown out?
Yeah, well, his attorney is trying to get his text messages to the pharma company about the money that he was doing. They're trying to get it thrown out.
How, Sway? How? You ain't got the answers. How? I'm trying to figure out how you can do that.
Because they saying you're investigating a welfare scheme, so you can't use his text message about pharma scheme to prosecute him. So you need to throw those out for this case.
Wow, man! Wow, I tell you, if Brett Favre was Bradley Favre forever or favor, meaning he has a more of a melanated name, they would bring that. They would seize. They would come to his ranch. The FBI was.
So you saying if it was Jaquavius Jackson?
Yes, exactly.
It would be a problem.
The FBI and the DEA would be surrounding his compound. They would surround his compound and be on the microphone like, Jarvis or Jaquay, come out now. We got you surrounded. There's nowhere you can go. We know the money that you've been stealing. How dare you? Right? We know about man. They would lay out his whole resume. I'm just saying.
This thing is opening up too, because he said he does not possess any communication with former WWE wrestler Ted DiBiase or his two sons, who received over $5 million in welfare funds about payments to wrestlers. So this thing is unraveling. It's a lot going on, man. Y'all need to read about it. So the article was in Mississippi Today.
Wow,
so it's a big new article that came out. Read up on this article, man. This is. Woo, as I'm looking at it, it's getting deeper and deeper.
Good googling.
That man said Boogaloo Favre.
Boogaloo Favre. Look, man, it's getting real deep. I didn't know it was that bad. I mean, shoot. Like, come on now.
It's bad. It's bad. So
right. It should be bad, though. It should be. Because, like, you can't get away with that.
Hold that man accountable.
Hold him accountable
for what he did, man. I mean, him and the governor. I mean, everybody that was involved in this case, the pharmaceutical company, all of them.
Hold them accountable. They know they was doing wrong. Again, see, here you go, people. You know, they know they're doing wrong, but yet they still do it.
People want to hold me accountable for my picks last week.
What pick? Speaking of pick, I'm talking about Kyrie Irving. You talking about Kyrie Irving? You want to get into those picks, the football pick, but I want to go back to Kyrie Irving real quick.
Go to Kyrie,
because people want to talk about him and what he's going through. Man, Kyrie Irving did not do anything wrong. First and foremost, let me give you something that's supporting what I'm saying. So if you get an opportunity to, you need to go and check out Jon Stewart, former comedian. that was on the show that he gave to Trevor Noah, who was the
Daily Show.
The Daily Show. Right? So, Jon Stewart did the Daily Show. And he was backing Kanye, Kyrie, and Dave Chappelle. He was backing them all, saying, look, I'm Jewish. And he said, man, look, we have to get past a lot of these things that's happening. And he said, Kanye West, he said, yeah, he's erratic, but he said something that was so brilliant and genius, and he said, hurt people. And he said, if we want to move forward in this world, he said, we need to be mindful of the people that we are hurting. And not just that, but he said, you don't know what a Black person is going through in this world. So we need to sit down and talk to them and not disregard their feelings, because if they have this uproar and then all of a sudden you come and point the finger at them and say, you should not be doing that, anti-Semitic, and we're going to put you in timeout and do X, Y, and Z. Like, if that's your form of punishment, then you're doing the exact same thing that our oppressor did to us back in the day. I was like, ooh, tell them, because that's the thing about it. You got to understand, yes, there was a system that was in place, a system that has always been in place, but it's just somebody's at the top of the system and then somebody's at the bottom of the system. And so for the brotherhood of the Jewish community, they were at the bottom of the system. And now that they're at the top of the system, like they are executing in the same manner that the person that was at the top of the system is executing as well. It's just not as violent, but it doesn't matter. It's still a form of weaponry. You're weaponizing a slogan because there are tropes that are being, put out there. Jon Stewart said there's prejudice within everybody, right? Because it's just different cultures, and that's how everything was created. In a sense of in that sense, but if you want to be empathetic and sympathetic about what others are going through, you need to listen to them instead of trying to administer rules and say, oh, you can't do this, and then try to put somebody in timeout for someone actually putting the tweet out, didn't post anything, but also someone that's looking to evolve. Look! I'm dropping knowledge on people.
That's too much like right. Too much like right. People don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear real conversation, or stuff that makes sense, that open up a dialogue that you have to actually, read a book or have or do some research before you can have a dialogue with somebody. So people just say, "Oh, yeah, I don't want to hear it. I'm done."
Right. It's like, yeah. What the Knicks do? What the Nets do?
When my honey boo boo at?
Right. Exactly. And I get it, but man, guess what, man? You cannot expect a player, mindfulness for the ultimate athlete, to evolve his game, but his brain doesn't evolve. Like, there's no way possible that can happen. Like, if you want me to be a great NBA player, like the great NBA player that I feel and know that I am, like, you can't tell me to shut down my mind and just play basketball, or shut up and dribble, or don't kneel, or shut up and play football. You cannot do that, or shut up and play any type of sport. You cannot do that because then your athlete's ability caps, and now they're not able to grow from that standpoint. And so again, every person's overall purpose is evolution. So we naturally evolve, and so when you study more, when you spend more quality time with yourself, you are evolving and growing, and so is your perspective, and so is your game. So look, man, that's it. No one should be condemned of being able to speak out, man. It's freedom of speech until the black person says it. Until Kyrie said it.
Or anybody challenges, kind of the status quo.
Yeah, the people in power. Yeah, I get it. But guess what, man? Somebody got to say something. Somebody got to say something. So, but speaking of saying something, it looks like the Washington Commanders.
Don't nobody want to talk about that.
So let's talk about our NFL picks.
Oh my goodness!
Week, let's talk about the NFL
they want to go ahead and talk about the Commanders. So I guess we got to address last week's picks first because everybody came in here hot early.
We're coming in hot.
They came in hot talking about the Commanders, talking about everybody else. First, I need to address my Dallas Cowboys that went down once again to Green Bay.
I know.
The Aaron Rodgers has always been the Cowboy killer, but I think our coach is a Cowboy killer too. Some of the decisions that he made. Up 14 points, not taking the field goal. Defense can't do what they do. Face masks, penalties, daggone pass interference that they don't call, phantom stuff. It is what it is, man. We lost. We went down. We're going to go beat the Vikings this week coming up, and then the Giants on Thanksgiving. So
I think y'all probably beat the Giants on Thanksgiving, but the Vikings, I think the Vikings are going to win that game. I'm sorry, Ray. I'm sorry. I had to say it just because the Vikings are looking strong right now, and they just came off of a win. And so, yeah, it's going to take a minute for the Cowboys to kind of regain their identity.
Yeah. And we made Kev out here got numbers. He pulled the receipts on us. I was 7-6 last week on the picks. Prince was 8-5, and Kevin, who we made fun of, was 10-3.
10-3. How, Sway? How?
hey, even a broke clock is right twice a day. So, the sunshine on his behind this past week, and it won't happen again.
It's not gonna happen again.
Yeah, but I was happy about the Commanders. I did pick the Commanders to win. We all did.
Right, we did. We definitely
had nothing else to play for, and so the Eagles, I think, got exposed, man. The Eagles got exposed a little bit about how you play them.
I can't believe it, boy. You're low down dirty.
See, Gabby had to put that up there.
Low down and dirty. Right?
Oh, man.
You low down and dirty, Kev. I can't believe you did that. It's all right, though. It's all right. We're going to get you back.
All right, let's get to these picks. We running behind. I know people know. We got to give Kevin a shout out because Kev, he won. He had this week, last week.
Right. So who we got this week, man? I think
tonight we got Titans Packers.
Ooh. I think the Packers might win this one. They feel like they're on the winning streak. All they got to do is just win and manage this game. So I'm going to go with the Packers on this one. I think the Titans, the Titans have a strong run game, but their pass game, they're still trying to find the quarterback that they need. I don't know if the other one, the starting quarterback is healthy. What's his name? Starts with a T.
Ryan Tannehill.
Tannehill. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's healthy, but I'm going to go with the Packers on this one.
Yeah. I mean, they playing the Packers in Green Bay. The Titans have a lot of injuries. Their starting kicker is out. They had to pull another kicker, but Dupree is out. The linebacker's out. The safety's on concussion protocol. I mean, so they in trouble, man. I think Brett Favre and them pull another one out, man. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately, no, not Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers.
Same thing.
All right, we got next. We got we have the Bears versus the Falcons. Thank you, guys.
I'm going with the Bears. Man. The Bears have been playing a little better with Justin Fields running all over the fields, and the Falcons. Mariota is all over the place, man. I just don't trust them. I don't trust the Falcons. I picked them last week and they lost, so I can't do it again.
I did too, man. I picked them last week and they let me down. Y'all let me down, you little birds. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bears on this one as well, man. Justin Fields, look, he's like, if y'all not gonna protect me, I'm gonna make something happen. I'm just gonna run around until I find some space and go score a touchdown. F throwing the football.
I can run for 175.
Exactly. Lamar Jackson doing it. I mean, I can too, you know. So look, the game is changing, man. So y'all have to understand that it's evolving. So
NG and Time Master, they picking the Falcons.
What? Yeah, y'all have lost it. Atlanta over Chi-Town. Come on, Falcons. No, we're gonna go with the Bears on this one. Look, we're going with the Bears.
So Eagles at Colts.
Eagles and Colts. Let me see. Where we at? The Eagles and Colts. I think the Eagles are gonna come back. They're gonna figure out, you know, what's the thing is the Colts, they don't have nothing to lose. They're not gonna make it to the playoffs. And I feel that they're gonna study the film on how the Eagles lost last week to the Commanders. I think everybody's trying to figure that out. You know, we're all lost. But again, the only reason I called it because I said that the Commanders don't have nothing to lose, so they went all out. So the Eagles versus the Colts, I think the Eagles will come back. The Colts don't have anything to lose, but I don't think they can pull it all together to get a W. So I think the Eagles will win their first. I mean, we'll get back on their winning streak.
Ooh, man. You know what? I think the Eagles go down. Down goes Frazier. They go down again. They go down again. I'm picking the Colts, man. I'm picking the Colts. Engine picked the Colts. I'm going with the Colts. You know, Jeff Saturday, the new hire, he came in, got his first win. The team is playing hard for him. Momentum is there. So I'm going with the Colts to win.
Man. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Eagles. Man, I'm gonna beat myself up if I see them lose, man. I'm just like, man, I should have went with the Colts.
Like it,
right?
Colts.
All right, who we got next?
Jets, Patriots.
The Jets. I'm going with the Jets. They over there. Everybody over there doing the Grizzly.
The Jets. Oh yeah, they playing in New England. It's going to be cold. Bill Belichick's out there. I don't like the quarterback situation over there at the Patriots right now. What's happening over there? They're going back and forth. Mac Jones, is he still injured or he got somebody else in there? Because
I thought Matt was in there. He came back. You know, he won a couple of games for them, but I'm not sure what's his update. But yeah. I'm not a big fan of the Pats. I think the Jets are going to beat them.
I'm going Jets too. The Jets have been playing well. The Jets have been playing well. They are the favorite, 50 to 48. So I'm gonna go with the Jets, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Jets, man. They've been surprisingly good, you know, and I'm just gonna go with the Jets, man. The last time the Jets were good in my eyes was when they had Curtis Martin, you know. But
the last team to beat the Jets was the Patriots.
So they've already played before.
Yeah, they played on the 30th of October and they lost 22-17.
But I don't think. But at that time, I don't think they had their quarterback. Now,
it's a different Jets team. They playing different. It's a different ball game.
Yeah, so I'm going with the Jets on this one, man.
All right. You got the Commanders at the Texans.
Oh, man. Look, man. I'm going to go with the Commanders on this one just because the Texans and Lovie Smith, it's just a lost cause over there in Houston. You know, they just got Lovie Smith sitting in for this year, but they're going to fire him after this year. They're going to fire him, and they're going to bring in another coach.
I think the Commanders shot their wad last week and beat the Eagles. So I'm going with the Texans. The Texans have started to play a little bit better. They just pulled in running back from Arizona, Benjamin. They signed him, so he's added a little more kick and spark to the running game. And I like the kid, Nico Collins. He's a big receiver, so big rookie receiver. So he's getting bigger and stronger. So
well, who's the Texans quarterback?
Heineken, right? No, not my man Mills.
Oh, okay, Mills. I forgot his first name, but I know NJ on here. He probably knows his first name.
Was it Derek Mills or something?
Something like that. Yeah. Man, look.
They gotta play for Lovey, man.
Commanders. Kevin said Commanders all the way. You know, come on, Ray. You already know Commanders win by another face mask. That was a that was a layup pick.
look, they done lost 4 straight games, man. And
man.
the Texans have been in every game, so I'm going Commanders. I'm going with Texans.
Okay, all right, I'm going with the Commanders. All right, I already know. Yeah. I already know Kev gonna keep tabs, man. So who we got next?
The Rams versus the Saints.
Oh my goodness, man! I'm gonna go with the Rams on this one. I know B less. I know, man. Come on, man. People lose games every week, B. They're gonna be all right.
Who the Saints rolling out there?
What you talking about? With those 3 quarterbacks?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know who. Is it gonna be Taysom Hill? Is it gonna be Red Rifle?
Right.
Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton, but they not. Jameson is not in the conversation, is he?
Nah.
What happened?
They got endless crab legs in New Orleans, so he can't stay away from the crab legs. So I think that's what happened. You know.
Hey man, I'm going with the Rams on this one, man.
Yeah, I'm going with the Saints, man. I'm going with the Saints.
Ooh, hey, look, Tom Master said Cooper Kupp is out for the year.
Yep,
I guess so. Wow, he hurt himself.
On
Man, I might have to.
They put him on
They put him on our You know, man. So then, what about Odell Beckham?
I don't know what he doing.
Man,
he hiding out.
We'll
be with the Cowboys.
Yeah, or the Ravens. But I heard Odell Beckham suing Nike. Look, we need to boycott Nike. Nike. Look, Nike over here concerned about Kyrie Irving, and he didn't even do anything incorrect. And now Odell Beckham suing them for $60 million because he said that they breached on their contract. So and they haven't paid him his money. So look.
I don't know. I'm see if Nike will give me some money first before I
Don't sell out. Don't be a Shaq, man.
Hey, they ain't selling if you can redistribute the money to something else.
Like, I ain't selling out, but I'm selling these dickheads.
Yeah. Who we got next? Browns and Bills?
Yep. Oh, man. That's going to be a good one, Browns and Bills. Dalton, he's starting for the Saints, so Andy Dalton's going to start for the Saints. So
yeah, they go to the Red Rifle.
Browns I might go with the Saints if Cooper Kupp is hurt. The only reason why, because I know Matthew Stafford, that's the person he throws to. When Matthew Stafford finds his wide receiver, he throws to him only. That's like when he had Calvin Johnson, all he did was he was just like, okay, it's just like, okay, one-on-one coverage. Okay, 3-on-1. I'm just going to throw it to Calvin.
Yeah. He's just going to throw to the Saints this week. That's what he's going to do.
So I'll probably go with the Saints this week, man. The Bills or the Browns. Man, I for whatever reason, I had some hesitation. Like the Bills felt that they were like the impenetrable. You know, they couldn't get beat. But
My talent is amazing.
So I'm gonna go with the Bills on this one, man. I think the Bills are gonna beat. Is it Deshaun Watson coming back soon?
He's back. Yeah. He's back at practice.
But I just don't think he's going to be able to come out and win some games unless he's not playing
yet. He's not playing yet. Massage parlor. Ain't massage parlors in Buffalo.
But he needs to be able to get some massages to win the games. That's all I'm saying.
He got to be relaxed.
So I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with the Bills on this one until Deshaun Watson come back.
Well, I'm. You know what? Jacoby Brissett is not a superstar quarterback. It's going to be a snow game up there in Buffalo. I trust the Browns' running game more than I trust the ailing arm of my dude out there, Josh Allen. Yeah, his arm, like he's been sporadic with his throws. So I'm gonna have to go with the Browns, man, going for the upset.
Okay.
Using that two-headed monster, running Chubb and and my boy
Kareem Hunt.
Hunt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That's that. I'm gonna go ahead and renege, and I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna go with the Browns on this one because I feel that the Browns is speaking to me. It's speaking to me. The Browns are going to beat the Bills because it's going to go to a running game. I know when it gets cold and that snow, you cannot throw your balls to your wide receivers. Pause. What you have to do is hand it off to the running backs and let the running game take over. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with the Browns.
You can't throw your balls, and you got to go to Pound Town, and that's what the Browns are going to do. They're going to take the Bills to Pound Town. Pounding the ball.
Pause.
Like yeah. This is dirty. Who we get next, man?
Panthers versus Ravens. Come on now. I don't want to discuss it with nobody.
Yeah. Don't have to discuss this. This is the Ravens. Baker Mayfield's making his start. So you know, if Baker Mayfield starts, he loses.
The Ravens all the way. Who got next? God, so Baker Mayfield started.
Lions and Giants. That's what we get next, right?
Giants.
Lions and Giants.
Yep, the Lions and the Giants. Wow. Ooh.
The Giants. They in New York. They going in. They playing in the Meadowlands. The Giants have been playing good ball, man. The Giants have been playing good ball, even though they had a little slip up. Baby, they still playing good ball, man. So I'm going with the Giants, and I hate it because I need teams in my division to lose.
But this is not going to happen. So I'm reluctantly going with the Giants, man. I kind of think that the Lions might pull something off, but the Giants, I go with the Giants. So who we got next?
Raiders at Broncos.
Raiders.
Hey, Danger Rush, man. Rustin.
Danger Rush.
He went out there and got a big win while they was over in where was they at?
In Denmark or
Germany that they played. Germany that was Tampa Bay over in Germany.
Oh, okay.
So did Denver win the game or did they not?
No,
they still 3-6. So maybe I was confused.
I think so because I don't recall.
No, they just lost to the Titans.
Yeah, they did. They
lost to the Titans. They lost to the Titans.
So Kevin said that the Broncos are going to win against the Raiders. I'm going to go with the Raiders. We have two Christian quarterbacks. One is more holier than the other, and they're not seeing any results. It's not paying off, and so I'm going to go ahead and go with the Raiders on this one. I think Christian.
I'm going with the Broncos. Both of them teams are playing horrible right now, but they're in Denver, so I think Russ and the crew will pull it off.
I'm going to go stick with the Raiders. Yeah, so Raiders on this one.
They're 2-7. Okay.
So the Raiders are 2-7. Then what are the Broncos?
3-6. 3-6.
It don't get no better. It's doing. Hold on. Let me pull this up real quick. The Raiders owner, said that his coach is doing great at 2-7. He needs to go get another chili bowl haircut. He needs to go.
Yeah. Where MA at?
Right? What Marcus at, man? Where he at, man? Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the Raiders on this one. I'm just still gonna stick with them because Russell right now he's still trying to get his goodies. So who got next? We got
the rebound game. Here we go. We come in and we knock off the 8-1 Vikings. We come in and play the game that we know we can play. Dax is not going to be over his head doing all the damn stuff that he did last week, making those mistakes. But he did say the receivers weren't cutting in front. There was some miscommunication, cutting in front on the routes. It's in a different break. But yeah, Dallas Cowboys over the Vikings.
Hey, if there's a reason why the Vikings are 8-1. And as much as I love you, Ray, you know, the only reason I love the Cowboys is because I love you. it's love by association, you know.
Oh man!
And I'm just gonna have to go with the Vikings on this one, mate. I'm just saying that the Vikings are going to beat the Cowboys, so I'm going with the Vikings on this one, man.
Okay, all right. So here's something to think about. The Vikings, you know, the running game has been decent, but they rely a lot on their passing game. Justin Jefferson is a beast, but they rely a lot on their passing game. And if you get into 3rd and long against the Cowboys with Kirk Cousins, he's gonna get shredded. He's gonna get beat up. So I think we'll get them into to passing downs, and that'll be the problem. So Dalvin Cook is not going to do much.
I'll take that back. I think Dalvin Cook is going to cook it. You know, they in Minnesota, and they're gonna be Grizzly do the Grizzly or the Rizzy, whatever the stuff is called. You know,
the gritty.
The gritty. There we go, the gritty. They're gonna do the gritty, like yeah, man. And then those doggone loud cannons are gonna be boom coming out. So that always scared me. I just be like, whoa, what's going on in here? Y'all need, yeah. So I'm gonna go with the Vikings on this one, man. They're 8-1. They're about to be 9-1. You know. I think next week they'll probably serve their first loss. So, all right. So you got the Cowboys. I got the Vikings. We got the Bengals versus the Steelers.
Give me the nasty natty.
I think Cincinnati gonna beat the Steelers. I mean, again, if the Steelers win, they're gonna probably win with a field goal. They're probably
their quarterback just young, man. The quarterback is young. He's still throwing a lot of interceptions and making a lot of mistakes. But it'll be a close game though.
Yeah. I think so as well, but I think the Bengals will pull it out. We got next for our Sunday night football. We got the Chiefs and the Chargers. The Chiefs are going to win. The Chargers, they giving Herbert too much credit. I think they're filling his head up because don't get me wrong, he has the skill set. He's good, but he just needs to mature. And a lot of these young quarterbacks are maturing at a very fast pace. But I feel that he is not maturing at that pace. You know, like he looks the part, but there's still a lot of obstacles that he has to overcome. And there's no way that they're going to be, you know, Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Wow. Gabby going to cut our feet off.
I know. I'm surprised she hasn't said anything.
Look, normally I would pick the Chiefs, and 80% of the country is picking Chiefs on a matchup predictor. But there are a bunch of injuries on the Kansas City side. You know, all the receivers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, he's questionable. Juju Smith-Schuster should not be playing with the way he was hit. Mecole Hardman is questionable. Jared McKinnon, the third down running back, is questionable. So a lot on the offense is going to be in trouble. And I think the Chargers need the game. They're playing at home. They need the game more. So I think the Chargers will somehow pull it out.
Well, we're gonna see.
What am I picking this week? I think Kevin got me shook from last week. Said pick our words carefully.
Look,
I chose the Chiefs. You can cut Prince's feet off. I chose the Chargers.
I chose the Chiefs. Yeah, cut his feet off.
I picked the Chargers to go both.
Hey man, look. I think that the Chiefs are going to win, man. The Chargers last week they struggled, and they also pulled out Herbert for a series. Why? I don't know. Maybe they had a package in for the other quarterback, but I didn't even know who the other quarterback name was. So you know, I feel that there's something happening over there with the Chargers, and they're not saying anything because you know that's their product, Herbert. But Herbert is just young right now, and he's coming into his game. It's just taking him a little bit longer to develop. So
they 5-4. They're in a crappy division. They still got a chance to win a division of how that whole division is playing. And when you got the daggone Broncos who suck toenails. You got the Raiders, who are 2-7, and then the Chiefs, who are in your division. That if you beat them, it gives you opportunity to keep moving forward. So I think they're going to be a lot more engaged this week.
I got you. Now that makes sense. Because they can still go to the playoffs because the top 2 teams in the division go to the playoffs. So wow, they're going to go to the playoffs by default. Okay, so I still think that the Chiefs is going to beat them, but they can still make it to the playoffs. So the Chiefs on this one.
All right, last game, Monday night. 49ers. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Because every time I think about the 49ers, I think about Shanahan, the son. Like the look that he has when he's on the sideline, man, he be looking at, he stares at the coach. He's staring at his soul.
He's serious.
He's serious. Woo. I think what I think is he's going to tell his guys, look, man, Kyler Murray doesn't even know the plays. Like, just rush him. Like, let's get in his face. Maybe the DeAndre Hopkins, he's gonna go off. That's what he does. He's just great at what he does. Like the Cardinals. I'm sorry, the 49ers. I'm going with the 49ers on this one.
Yeah, because you don't even know if Kyler Murray's playing. He said he's feeling good, but he's not. He doesn't know about what he's gonna play Monday night, and have to be Colt McCoy going if he doesn't go. So.
Colt McCoy, what? He's still around?
Yeah, he's still collecting the check.
Oh, okay, yeah, exactly what it is. Okay, so exactly what it is. Look, that's our time for today. We definitely have to run, but any final words, Ray?
No.
Awesome, man.
Vikings going down. That's my final word.
All right, cool. He holding on, keep hope alive. My final words is we do what we're taught. Like, really listen to what I just said. That saying, we do what we are taught. So if you are taught hate, you hate. If you're taught love, you love. If you're taught kindness and compassion, then you are kind and compassionate. Right, and the thing is the beautiful thing about being able to self-teach yourself something. After you teach yourself something new, then you have new actions. So be mindful of we do what we are taught. If you can teach yourself something new, then you can have new actions. So keep that in mind. Teach yourself something new. We're always here to learn each and every day as long as you're alive. So I just want to share that with everyone, and just remember, understand your power. Like, really understand your power and who you are and what you can do, not just as a human being, but as a spiritual being as well. So those are my words. I'm done. 49ers will play the Cardinals right for the win. So
I'm teaching y'all that the Cowboys are going to win Super Bowl. So remember that. Remember that. That's all I got.
That's it, y'all. Y'all have a good one, man. Me and Ray, we signing out. Y'all have a great one, man. Peace, y'all.
Peace.